Welcome to the series on my channel where I will be giving my opinion on every single Treyarch Zombies map released all the way up until Untoten and Black Ops 4 every single day until we reach that point. This does not include Call of Duty Vanguard or Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. This does not include Vanguard because I don't own the game and I feel like it'd be unfair to judge the game if I don't own it, and considering how the game is at this time, I don't think I'm missing much. The reason I won't be covering Cold War is disclosed elsewhere. However, the series, as I explained, is my opinions on these maps and what I think they could do to improve the map. So, for the first episode, we start with none other than Nacht Untoten, the first ever Treyarch Zombies map ever released. Before we get into things, I want to talk about how I'll be analyzing these maps. I will be first talking about the pros of the map, the cons of the map, and how to improve the map, and then we will be putting it on the tier list, and maybe even some trivia, if applicable. So, the pros of Nacht Untoten I want to talk about. For one, it's the first map of all time. Without Nacht Untoten, we would not have Call of Duty Zombies as it is. So for that reason alone, I can't exactly rate this thing low, no matter how bare bones this map may or may not be, in my opinion. This being the first map of all time gives it some X-Factor-ish bonus points that cannot be taken from it, no matter how bad or good the map is. Another pro I love about this map is how fun it is in co-op. This map in co-op is just absolutely insane, especially on the higher round. Now, I'm going to tangent into a quick con, even though we have our own con section, but however, this map starts out slow. It does not start out fun in co-op. It gets fun around the 12 mark. It does not get fun until that point. Up until that point, it's a slow slog of a map, and it's just not very fun up until that point. However, it's extremely fun in co-op, and with my next point, it's very replayable. Like, replayable? How could it possibly be replayable under these conditions with no perks, no wonder weapon other than the ray gun, nothing really unique in the box besides, like I said, the ray gun. This map is so bare bones that it's replayable, and you can hop right back in, get back to your progress in about 10 minutes, and then go back to try to get to a high round. That's what I like about this map, how you can just jump right into it, right into the action. But this leads us into one of my cons, which I know I'm breaking script here, but it's slow. Getting to the point takes forever, but we will say that for the next part. Now, another pro about this map is, this was going to surprise a lot of, the sniper cabinet. The sniper cabinet, I understand, makes no sense in retrospect, because if you go in Black Ops 3, the Locust is in there for 5,000 points. Would I argue the gun is worth 5,000 points on Pack-a-Punch? I would honestly say yes. In this map, definitely. As you can see in the gameplay, I'm absolutely shredding through the zombies with these headshots. It completely destroys them and has insane collateral damage. It's really fun because you can just refill the ammo for 2,500 points every round, and you just feel so satisfied whenever you just shoot the zombies heads off like this. I can't put my finger on it. It's just so awesome. Just the gameplay speaks for itself. It's honestly really fun. I really enjoy the sniper cabinet feature. I kind of wish we had some more features like this on future maps, but since the other future maps are very complex, I can understand why they're not there. But honestly, that's nearing the end of the pros for me. Some other pros are the newer versions, how they add perk machines, and then mule kick machines and gobblegum machines. I like that feature a lot. I like how it adds in all that depth to make the map last longer, especially in Black Ops 3. I can pack a bunch of guns to get to some insanely high rounds to really bring out the max potential of this map. Okay, now the pros out of the way, let's talk about the cons. It's slow. It is unbelievably slow. The amount of time you have to spend to get to round 10 or round 11 when the game actually starts getting sort of interesting is about like 15 minutes without gobblegums. It's ridiculous. The fact that there is no way to speed up the round is unbelievable. It just takes so long to get back to where you were, which kinda neuters the replayable factor of this map. When you die in round 28 because you got cornered at the frag grenade station, you do not want to hop back in and wait 11 minutes to get back to any sort of fun high-speed action. Because if you want to go to high-speed action, you need to go play a different map, or even play the Black Ops 2 survival maps with the round adjusters. Why that's not a feature in this map in Black Ops 3, I have no idea, but the slow factor of this map, seriously, it really hinders it. And it's just a glaring flaw on this map for me. Another issue I have with this map is that nothing really stands out. It's the first map ever, so I'm going to give it some slack, but what on this map really stands out? Like the ray gun? That's about it. The newer versions have new weapons, perks, but in the canonical World of War version, no. There is nothing that stands out to this map for me. Like, it's very fun when you get to the high round and you're just camping and trying to kill zombies and survive, but nothing like makes you want to come back. You know what I mean? Like, nothing. There's nothing on this map that draws you in other than the $5,000 locust on Black Ops 3. That's something unique about it, which I honestly kind of forgot to mention. Yeah, I mean, it has a $5,000 locust, but, you know, just because it's unique doesn't always mean it's good. I'd argue it is good, but I know everybody hates that sniper cabinet. In the old games, I believe it's a scope car 98K, but it's still a nice feature. It's definitely unique, and it hasn't really been done before, other than the LSAT technically being 2,000 points, and then Black Ops 4 having the Titan, but that's for another day. Now, speaking of nothing that stands out, the cast. In World at War, you play as 4 nameless soldiers that were sent to the facility. However, there's really nothing interesting about these characters, as they never get seen past the first World at War version of Nacht and Untoten. In Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 3, you play as Ultimus. However, these are not canon, as Ultimus or Primus or any of the crews never show up to this location. And the fact that there's no cast here really does hurt it. Really, and one of the main reasons why I'm not covering Cold War, because I just don't... we'll talk about that some other day, but no cast. That is a huge issue with this map. But it is the first map, so we'll give it some credit. And finally, just because of how slow it is, this kind of piggybacks off my other point of being slow. It gets boring after a few games. After you can only die so many times and wait 11 minutes to get back to the action so many times before you just want to shut off the game permanently and go play a different map. It's extremely irritating how Treyarch could just not implement a round adjuster or something to speed up the zombies. You can use round robin in Dead of Nuclear Winter in Black Ops 3, but like that's stupid. You're wasting 2 Gobblegum slots just to do that, to speed up the game. It's really bad. It's really bad design. Luckily though, those Gobblegums do exist, so that definitely is a crutch. But there could have been handled so much better. But that pretty much wraps up the cons. I mentioned this multiple times, but the way to improve this map would be a round adjuster, man. Just a round adjuster. A round adjuster would just do so much for this map. It would really help it out and make it so you could hop in this map so many times with friends on round like 25 and just go absolutely bonkers on the mystery box. Trying to get a good gun, go to the Wonder Fizz machine to get yourself your perks, and everyone's fighting over who gets the Wonder Fizz first while you have 5,000 zombies. It'd just be so fun in co-op if there was a round adjuster. Luckily, Workshop mods do that, but it's not official, which really sucks. But that would be my ways on how to improve Nacht and Untoten. Also give it a set cast with voice lines, but I can understand why people would not want those. The counter argument would be it's supposed to be a bare-bones survival map with no story whatsoever, which I understand. But in my opinion, I would really like this map to have a set cast. It does in World at War, but like they're just soldiers. There's nothing special about them. At least as far as I'm concerned, if there is. I am not aware of it. I'll hopefully find out if that's the case, but I doubt there's anything special about these guys. But that's it, everybody. I know that was pretty short, about 10 minutes, but I there's only so much I can talk about on this map. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover other than the ranking, which, of all the tiers, I would honestly just say this: it's average. It's just average. It just goes in the middle, but it's leaning towards good rather than bad, because of how fun this map can get when you get past the slow startup. If this map had a fast startup, this map would be way higher, in my opinion. Remember, this list is my opinion. It's subjective. Everyone thinks differently. This is not an objective analysis. These are my opinions on the map. And I wanted to share why I would put this map in this tier. I didn't want to make a video just making a tier list. I wanted to give each map the videos they deserve on where they would go and why they would go in these specific locations. However, that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this opinion-based video on what I think of Nacht and Untoten, where it would be on the tier list, and everything related to that. And as I said, I will see you all tomorrow for the Rucked analysis. I hope you're all excited, and see you later, everybody. Peace out.